Hello and welcome everyone to your favorite show, Soft Signal. My name is Kunal Gaukar and I'm joined here with Shubham Taude all the way from Ireland. And after a week long, this video is getting released because we haven't played any match for an entire week. It feels like the T20 World Cup is over for India and we are just sitting and watching, or India is not even playing. Everybody, even the Pakistan, they have played three matches and India has just played one match. We are sitting right below Namibia into this points table, and it feels like what are we doing? But yes, we have only played one match, a very disappointing result for all the Indian fans. But yes, we are bound to come back. This team India is known for comebacks, be it Australia, be it England, whatever it is. We will come back and we will get a spot into those semi-finals. So let's welcome Shubham here. And first of all, Shubham, after a long wait and against New Zealand, this is going to be a kind of a match, a pre-quarters we all were saying. But after the match against the Pakistan-Afghanistan match, uh, is it fine to say this is going to be a quarterfinals, or the quarterfinals are yet to happen?
Yeah, I think quarterfinal is here, and I guess the one team which will win the match will go on to play the semis. Pakistan, we know, is playing on in top of their game, and only one team from Group B which will qualify is, I guess, India or New Zealand. So yeah, excited to see which team will qualify for this match.
And talking about records, there is some interesting records we talked about when we had this video of Pakistan India, that Pakistan has never won against India in T20 World Cup, but India has never won against New Zealand in any T20, in any ICC event. So, is this record going to be broken, or we are going to be on the track of this record?
As an Indian fan, you would like to see this record getting break, and as soon as possible, it goes to happen. And yeah, I believe that Team India will come back stronger this time and will beat New Zealand. I feel this World Cup is kind of similar to World Cup of 2007, where India was under pressure to qualify in semis, but they played their A game after a couple of matches. We know New Zealand beat us in the first game of 2007. Then we had tie against Pakistan. Then we reached semi-finals where Srishant bowled an excellent spell of his life, and we beat Australia and England. Yeah, I'm quite hopeful that India will reach the semis.
Yeah, this World Cup is known for breaking those records, be it Namibia getting their qualification, first time qualification into the Super 12, and Bangladesh, Sri Lanka playing qualifier matches. So it's all strange World Cup going on with the scores are pretty much low for the entire World Cup this season. The pitches they are pretty slow, and we'll have to see what the tactics are going to be. So an interesting uh, thing happened, an interesting event that took place. That was Shami was trolled by Indians, and that was pretty harsh. So we stand with Shami, I guess. So what do you think about the incident, and do you have anything to say for those haters?
Yeah, I think we have seen this incident quite often. We have seen with this Irfan Pathan, now with Mohammad Shami. I don't think we should also take these comments in front of our fans, and we should overlook them and try to bring some positive things out there. We know Team India needs our support right now, and if we give them the support, then they will play better. Yeah, and that's what I feel.
Yeah, a true Indian fan or a true Indian cricket team fan would never stop supporting Team India, whether or not they win the World Cup or not, they qualify for the semis or not, even if they lose against underdogs or the teams that are underperforming. So we will still support them, and that's what the beauty of the game is. And another incident I would like to talk about is the Quinton de Kock incident that took place just a few days back. So, what do you think about that? We had a discussion on our group chat with all other panelists, but what do you think about it?
Yeah, personally, I think Quinton just cleared out the message that what he feels about the black persons and all. I think uh, there is nothing wrong about that what he has done, but it just gives the if you do that movement, then it just boost your fans to follow it. So I think Quinton has, I guess, in this match he has laid down his. So yeah, I think yeah,
In this match, he supported the movement, and that's what all the fans wanted. Actually, I think,
yeah,
and that was pretty good. So let's get on to this match, and both the teams losing their first match and playing against each other, being on a such tough tracks and such tough competitions. We have seen, though India has not won against New Zealand in any ICC events, but for the last eight T20 internationals, India has won all the eight T20 internationals, and the record stands 8-8. So, what do you think about this matchup, and what are your thoughts going into this team and general idea about it?
yeah. Personally, I feel that the playing level should be same because I don't want to make many changes and to experiment in this match because if your players has played one match and has the kind of experience of what the pitches are playing like, if new batsman comes in, then it's become difficult for him to adjust over that pitches. But one factor I'm still quite afraid of is that uh, New Zealand has left arm pacers, Trent Bolt, and we know how deadly is Trent Bolt in front of KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma. I think Ishan Kishan is a good choice, but I don't think he gonna play this match. What's your thought on that?
Absolutely right. You just spoke words from my mouth. I really want Ishan Kishan to play and Hardik Pandya to get a rest because he is not bowling, and the report says that he's been bowling in the nets, but bowling into nets and bowling into match situation is completely different, and we all know it. Even the players know it. So even if he's bowling, I don't think he's going to be that effective from the first ball itself. I want Ishan Kishan to bat in the opening slot just because to counter attack Trent Bolt and Mitchell Santner, because we know they are going to replicate what Pakistan did against us. They went on with Shaheen Afridi and Imad Wasim to attack our right-handers. And also in the top order, we do not have left-handers. We have Rohit, KL, Virat, Surya Kumar Yadav. The four players are right-handed. So I want a left-hander to get into that role because it is going to be difficult playing on those pitches where the ball is swinging or going straight. It's tricky to play. So I want Ishan Kishan to get in, but if not Ishan Kishan, I want Shardul Thakur to come in instead of Hardik Pandya because we need that sixth bowler. There is
Yeah.
no chance you are going in with five bowlers, and because you know that some or the other bowler is going to get hammered anyway. They are going to target any one bowler, and if he gets targeted in the very first over, then the remaining three overs are going to be crucial for Team India because the bowlers get under pressure, and we have seen what happened with Afghanistan. They needed to defend 24 in 2 overs, but it was finished just within uh, over to spare. And even in South Africa against Sri Lanka, last over they needed those 13 runs and it was just over. So we need the six bowlers.
Yeah, I also think the same. I guess in last match, India had played one less spinner. I feel because you cannot count Ravindra Jadeja to bowl those 4 overs. I think Ravindra Jadeja is kind of 2 over bowler for me. And Varun Chakravarti, I think he bowls in power play, then you cannot use him in middle overs. So you need one bowler who can take wickets in middle over. I feel you have Rauch, then you have Ashwin. You can use them, but I think balance will get disturbed if you add one more spinner and keep a batsman aside. Um, uh, that's affecting Team India because you don't have Hardik Pandya as a medium pace ball over there who can bowl those who can act as a third pacer and a batsman. Um, so yeah, let's look. Uh,
Also with Hardik Pandya's batting, he's not very effective. So instead of backing, and I'm not against backing Hardik Pandya, I'm totally in for backing a certain player. But we have seen against Sri Lanka tour or playing for Mumbai Indians, he's not performing with the bat also. So it's time you try with Shardul Thakur, because even if not with the bat, he's going to perform with the ball. We all know it. So it's time we bring in Shardul Thakur into play, or if no chance, you want to go with the five proper bowlers, then bring in Ishan Kishan, because Hardik Pandya is totally not in the form for that.
Yeah, I think they should go with Shardul Thakur because he's a genuine wicket taker. We know he can take wicket at any time. He can pick couple of wickets in an over. That's his quality, and we know how good he hits the ball. So I guess Shardul Thakur would be an appropriate replacement for Hardik Pandya.
Yes, yes, absolutely right. And so the entire discussion is about whether or not they will play. But what do you think about the New Zealand? Do they need to make any changes, or they should go with the same lineup?
I think New Zealand should go with the same lineup. They don't need to make any changes because they are playing some quality cricket out there. We know Pakistan is playing their A game, and right now it's been difficult to defeat that team. But I don't really think so. New Zealand will make any changes.
Yes, and so do you think Trent Bolt? He mentioned that he's going to just copy paste what Shaheen Afridi did against India. So do you think he's going to be successful or not?
I can bet you, Kunal, if Trent Bolt manages to pick wicket of Rohit Sharma into, if he can bowl good 2 overs in first 2 overs, then he can pick Rohit Sharma's wicket. If he don't manage to get that wicket, then we will see a Rohit Sharma show out there for sure.
Yes, because the way he bowls, it's like every ball is going to be like a situation where we are
Yeah,
on our toes. That
yeah,
oh yes, he just defended. We don't even mind if the 2 overs are just maiden overs, but we just don't want anyone to give away their wickets. Especially the openers, we have our classic
yeah.
openers into this match. And one question which I would like to ask: who is going to be the top run getter into this T20 World Cup overall?
I think Babar Azam is the player. I think he will be the top run scorer for in this entire World Cup. I feel his cover drives are, I guess, magnificent. I feel hit those brilliantly. I guess after Virat Kohli, the one cover drive which I like to see is Babar Azam's cover drive. Yeah. And what is
And
which is
yeah,
your favorite player?
absolutely right. Absolutely right. I mean, like the way Babar Azam is playing, he is just he's just free of mind and he's just enjoying the game. The way we saw Virat Kohli in 2016, but we should not forget that Babar Azam has played 3 matches and he has scored 2 half centuries. And on the other hand, Virat Kohli has played only 1 match and he has scored a half century. So it's a tough between those, because the pitch are suitable for Virat Kohli for those running between the wickets. So it's a tough competition, but the form that Babar Azam is in is completely. And for all those haters who are just like criticizing Pakistan and not appreciating the way they are actually playing cricket, this is cricketing talks, and you just don't need to make any assumptions about us. हाँ, नहीं तो कल पता चलेगा there will be like memes saying कि these two are like supporting Pakistan and everything. We are Indians.
Yeah,
And
we should appreciate because they are playing quality cricket, I feel. And after so many times, we are seeing a good Pakistan side who has been dominant, who has been defeating every strong team in front of them. We know how quality a New Zealand side is, and they have defeated them. And plus, they also defeated us. So yeah,
yeah, and one thing which I would like to mention in the previous match of India Pakistan, not a single LBW appeal, not a drop catch, not even a chance of catching or anything. Not even a run out chance where the batsmen were on the same side of. It was a classic performance, and that was just a poor performance from India's batting and bowling, and it was a top class performance from Pakistan side. So yes, but no matter how good the side is, they were under pressure against Afghanistan, who went out of the box of batting first on a Dubai track, where all the captains will go for the bowling first option and chasing, but they just went out of the box, and it was kind of a pressure situation for Pakistan there, but they pulled it off. But that was kind of
yeah.
interesting to see.
So sorry to interrupt you, Kunal. I want to add one point that we know how it's been difficult for Afghanistan to play cricket. We know the captain has been sponsoring the whole team for this World Cup. I believe that if they could manage to win two of their matches in this league, I feel they have done their job. I feel they have almost defeated Pakistan, but Asif Ali took that match. They are like they will be a surprise element if Afghanistan beats one of the team like India or New Zealand.
Yes, yes, right. Because after New Zealand, I think Afghanistan is the team with zero haters.
Yeah,
You just can't hate that team. Everybody is so dedicated to cricket and everybody is playing their A game. Yes, they lack in experience, but the likes of three spinners, Rashid, Mujib, and Nabi, no other team is going with three spinners, but they are going with three genuine spinners and two genuine pacers, just five bowlers, and they are doing the job for the team. So this is something appreciable and a brilliant captaincy, the management, and I hope they succeed in the coming years. And I really want to see Afghanistan winning a T20 World Cup.
yeah, that's going to happen in next, I guess, 5 6 years. They will definitely reach out the same as.
Yes, exactly right. So do you have anything in mind or the toss?
Uh, toss will be a crucial factor because if a team wins the toss, the team will get a likely chance to win that match, and yeah, that's has been happening in this World Cup. Pitches are not that good, I feel, because you want to see some high scoring games, and we are not seeing a one in this whole tournament. I don't. I want to see the matches going past 200, but we are not getting to witness that. What's your take for that?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I thought because the T20 World Cup is such a huge tournament, I thought yes, maybe in the IPL we saw similar kind of pitches, but I was under the impression that because they are preparing for the T20 World Cup, they have just given a Class B pitches for the IPL to get completed. But the way the pitches are being like Australia scoring 125 and England actually chased that in 11 overs
Yeah.
with just lost of 2 wickets.
Yeah.
So I really wanted England to bat first because then we would have seen 200 plus score. But
Yeah.
it was such a it's a disappointment. But I feel the T20 is always known for the batsman's game. This time it's going to be bowler's game. Come on, just cheer up and let's hope the bowlers do the job for the team this time.
Yeah.
That I remember some of the former players said that batsman entertains the crowd, but bowlers win matches. So this is the time actually the bowlers are going a step ahead and getting the wickets.
Yeah, rightly said. Right.
Yeah. So guys, I think this was all for the match episode, and let's wrap up. So if you like what we do, please like that button, share it with your cricket fans, subscribe to Soft Signal. And on a serious note, we really support Mohammad Shami. We want him to take those wickets. We support Team India just like you support us. And follow us on Instagram for daily updates, daily cricket summaries. And cheers, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy.